Bentornati! Welcome back! This is episode number 7 of Italian Pills. Italian Pills is a series of short videos about Italian language, grammar, culture, any aspect that you guys might be interested in. I take requests, so for future episodes, if you have any questions, you can contact me by leaving a comment in the comment section below, or you will find in the description of the episode other ways to contact me if you don't want to be forward about your doubts, you want to be more secretive. Anyway, I would be happy however you decide to reach out to me to answer all of your questions and to make videos that target specific doubts. The topic for today's episode came to me because oftentimes English speakers are very much confused by the use of gender nouns in Italian. In English, you don't really think about a car being feminine or a stalk of celery being masculine. There is no gender associated to things. Well, in Italian there is, and oftentimes if you misgender nouns, you might say something that is different. So there are a lot of these pairings of words that will be exactly the same, spelled in the same way, but ending with an O, they will have a meaning, ending with an A, pronounced A, they will have an opposite or completely different meaning. So in today's episodes, I just chose 7 of these pairings, and we're going to dive into it and see how different the meanings are depending on the gender, if a word is feminine or masculine. But before we dive into today's topics, I'm going to leave you a second to subscribe to the channel. As usual, if you guys are new to the channel, I will encourage you to subscribe to it so you will not miss any future episode. So let's jump into today's episode, shall we? As I mentioned before, there are a bunch of words that have different meanings according to their endings, if they're masculine or feminine. I just selected 7 pairs just for the sake of, keeping this short and sweet, and also I decided to focus on words that you guys will be using, most likely. The first pairing is costo versus costa. So costo versus costa. Costo, il costo, the masculine noun, means the cost, the price of something. Costa, la costa, the feminine version, is the coast or, the shore, the shoreline. Then we have manico versus manica. Il manico, the masculine version, is the handle of a pot, for example, il manico. And la manica, I'm wearing it for you guys today, la manica is the sleeve. The feminine version is the sleeve. The next pairing is mento versus menta. Il mento, masculine, is the chin. La menta is mint, the fresh herb. Then we come to porto versus porta. Porto, il porto, is the port, very similar in English, the port, the harbor. Porto is also used in the expression porto d'armi to mean the license to carry weapons. So this is the masculine, porto. La porta is probably a word that you are more familiar with. La porta is the door. The feminine version, la porta, is the door. And then we have posto versus posta. Il posto, the masculine version, means the spot, the place, or also the seat. The seat on an airplane, on a bus, that will be il posto. La posta, on the other end, la posta, the feminine version, means mail, such as the collection of letters that you will receive, that's mail, la posta, but also the post office, la posta. Now we come to an interesting one, very much used, punto versus punta. Punto, il punto, is a dot, or the period at the end of a sentence. It's also point, like punto di vista, point of view. And it also means stitch. Punto croce, for example, is cross stitch. Now, la punta, The feminine version is the extremity, the tip, la punta del dito, the tip of the finger. La punta di una penna, the tip of a pen that you use for writing. So that would be the feminine version, la punta, the extremity, the tip. Moreover, la punta can be used to express a hint, a touch, such as, I would add a touch of salt to the recipe. Una punta di sale. Una punta, therefore, is the hint or a touch. Last pairing of the day is testo versus testa. Testo, il testo, similar to the English text. Il testo is a text, or also the lyrics, the words for a song, il testo di una canzone. La testa is this one, the head. It also indicates the content, so sometimes we're talking about testa meaning the mind rather than the head, rather than the container. An additional meaning of testa is person, such as in the expression a testa, per person. So if you're splitting a bill, you might ask, quanto dobbiamo pagare a testa? How much do we have to pay per person, a testa? As I said, this is just a selection, an arbitrary one that I decided to present to you guys today. The way I see it is that these words are very commonly used, and even if you will never need to use both the masculine and the feminine version of these pairings, it is very, very useful to know at least that the meaning will be completely different, so you should pay more attention to the gender of the word that you want to use, such as devo andare in posta, I have to go to the post office, and not nel posto, right? I have to go in the place, which place? The person that you're speaking with will be most likely very confused if you assign the wrong gender to any of the words that I presented to you today. That's it for today. I really hope you enjoyed this episode. If so, please don't forget to like it and subscribe to the channel. Once more, feel free to leave comments and try and use sentences. Maybe you can leave me an Italian sentence using one or multiple of these words, and I will be more than happy to give you feedback. I'm looking forward to seeing you guys soon. Until next time, ciao, a presto!